Take two action. Yep. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that, guys. It just went
It
blank.
just went out. I don't know what happened. So we start all over again. All right. Sorry, everybody. It just cut out. We're back.
Zoom.
You got indigestion from the
Yeah, I
pizza?
do.
You ate too much.
So we're back on.
Yep. We're waiting for people. Catfish and Chris is on. Dakota Time's
Repopulate.
out. There we go. What's up, guys? Sorry about that. We just cut out for some reason. I don't know what happened. Well, at least the lighting is better. Yes, we're back. Thanks for coming back, everybody.
Yes, welcome back. The spider web is just filling.
Very nice.
Spiderweb?
Yeah,
Oh, I see it.
I was just watching the spider do its thing.
Just
Yeah,
built
Curtis,
that?
the
Yeah,
picture's
as
much
I opened
better.
that
Oh.
door and
There it is.
yeah.
Okay, we're all back.
It's a lot of spider web for a short period.
That's a working spider, that is.
The picture's
See?
nice
See it
now. I can't see it from where I am.
No.
You thought the aliens got us? No. It just cut out.
I'm
Yeah, it was
always,
the aliens.
You think it was the aliens?
I'm always ready for the aliens to drop the hammer on us.
It's called the Tennessee Dreamcatcher, Tony.
See, there they are.
No, that's a plane.
Okay. Oh,
Charles,
it disappeared.
It did disappear.
Charles says, can
Oh,
we get
there it
UT
is.
and crew to pretend they're in a car? Buff is driving and the strangers are in the back seat.
They're like this.
We're hiding.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll assume the crash position.
Get an airplane.
Who are those two aliens in the back? Introduce.
Brian Brinker, Sherry Brinker.
They're from St. Louis. They came out down here. How far did they drive?
I don't know, about 5 hour drive.
They drove 5 hours to be here with you guys today.
Was it worth it, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Glad Buff has his Duluth apparel back.
Yo, yeah. I was a little out of source last week.
What's up, Uncle Nate?
I didn't know what to say.
Right? It's like, no Duluth? I mean, come on.
Alright, Dakota's Timeout wants to know, what do you all think my first video should be? What was your first video?
You should do a video on how our channel is so great. You have to take the opposite of the Darth Hemi thing, you know?
5 hours.
Start with
These
the
are
first
dedicated
project
people.
on your Trans Am.
Yeah.
Start something.
Start with just a walk around of your Trans Am.
Yeah, walk around the Trans Am.
That'll work. That's
It
a good
doesn't
video.
work, so it's really all you can do.
Glad to see the renewed Buff sponsorship. I hope you're making out on this, Buff.
They should be giving me free shit.
Dakota, does your car run?
Cuda70 GT says, in your last video you said a torque flight will flip the spread. Can you expand on that?
Roll the sprag.
Oh, yes, I want to know about that, because I used to downshift into first all the time.
You can downshift it to first.
What's
Man.
up, Aaron?
You can downshift it to first.
Okay.
But if you load the car in first, take your foot off the gas and then hit it again, it'll flip the sprag. That's why
Okay, explain that.
I have to show you.
Okay.
I actually have to show you. But yeah, in a situation where you're loading and unloading, like for instance, if you're doing a burnout with a torque flight in first gear, right? You can't if you take your foot off the gas, you have to keep your foot off the gas. You can't get back on it. Like you can't pedal it in first gear.
Man.
So that's what makes torque flights explode. Because at that point, when the sprag lets go, the drum spins at, I think it's, well, I mean, if John Wilburn is on here, he can give you the exact number, but it's like 2.2 times engine speed. And at that point, they can't handle it anymore and it explodes.
I am so lucky. Man.
So yeah, I figure for an off-road car, because off-road, you know, it's like you're always pedaling it, you're always hammering it back and forth, so
Yeah.
why take a chance?
Oh, we were stupid kids that did all that kind of stuff.
But what about a bolt and sprag, though? Does that
Well,
actually help or
when
not?
you bolt it in, it keeps the sprag itself from turning in the cage, but it doesn't keep the rollers from spinning.
Okay, but I mean, is it worth it like for a drag race
Yes.
application?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello from Pell, am I saying that right? In Stockholm, Sweden.
Hey,
I want to see more of your dart.
which one?
Which one? We have multiple darts. Got a lot of darts.
Sounds like a good video. Multiple darts.
Multiple darts. When are we taking Bottle Rocket out again?
Well, I still got to pull a clutch out of it. I haven't. I jacked it up the other day and it's just been sitting there. Within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to say.
Okay, Tony, big question.
Yes.
I have an 88 Dakota. My transmission was twisted when I was swapping the engine. I evened it out and now my gasket is leaking and let out all of the fluid.
What happened to it?
His transmission was twisted when he was swapping the engine.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
He
he
evened
didn't-
it out and now his gasket's leaking and let out all the fluid.
probably the dipstick tube. It's probably just a dipstick tube. Take the tube out and change. There's an O-ring in there. Just change the O-ring.
Fish sent $2 Canadian.
Well, thank you.
Says difference between Jeep Kaiser and Gladiator.
What about Jeep? The Kaiser Jeep, the older
Yeah.
ones. It's
Gladiator.
pre 71.
Yeah, but what's a Gladiator?
Gladiator
That was an AMC, wasn't it?
Wasn't
said.
it prior to AMC? The
truck.
the Jeep that came out in '63 or something. It was like a little SUV.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure.
Oh,
I
they
don't-
recycled the name of it.
I
Parents
don't
sent
know.
$10.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baron. He says, Uncle Tony, it's me, Big B.
What's going on, Big B?
My thick stripper girlfriend will sit on Brian Cabral and destroy him. We love you. I'm making big money as a chemical engineer.
Nice. And you only spent
Congratulations,
$10?
Baron.
Okay.
But
Thank you,
he's in
Baron.
California. I guarantee if he was closer, he would come out here. Baron would
He's
drive-
good.
I'm waiting.
Baron
I'm
would
expecting.
drive 5 hours to be here.
He says he's coming out.
I'm
You act
expecting
like
him to
we're
show up.
crazy, but I'm not crazy. There's more people if they were closer.
Give me the lighter. Okay, let's see.
That's a scary thought.
Your thoughts on the Big Block 400?
The Chrysler 400?
I'm guessing.
What? I mean, thoughts on it. I personally prefer the 3-3. I don't think you need all of that bore, piston weight, and pumping losses start to become an issue. But I mean, it's an excellent motor.
What's up, Gary? Let's see. Kaiser was an auto manufacturer, Fraser,
Yeah.
Henry J. and Jeepsters, etc.
No, we know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll up your windows, Tony.
Yeah. Roll up your windows. Everybody, roll up your windows,
Roll
Buff.
up your windows.
There you go.
That was very enthusiastic.
That's all I know.
The sky behind you is beautiful. One of the many great things about Tennessee.
We have incredible sunsets.
We have incredible sunsets.
Sunrises too. I saw it out my hotel booth.
Greetings from Ireland, everyone. Beautiful sky.
Greetings.
Thank you. Your guests don't look so happy.
Well, they're probably tired.
Yeah, they gotta be
Never look
tired.
happy.
Yeah, he never looked happy.
Grouchy.
That's what everybody
Baron
says about me.
sent another $10.
That's getting better, Baron.
You're definitely right. I'm crazy, but in a good way. I'm down to earth and friendly. I do not take BS from anybody. Tony's a good guy. Thank you, Baron.
Baron, I was watching some of your videos.
I haven't seen any of Baron's videos.
I even commented on one of them. He should read that.
Is this thick stripper girlfriend in any of them?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. John Wilburn put up a link to Dakota's channel.
What's going on, Big John?
I would subscribe right now, but I think I'll lose the stream. Let's see. You see the Mexican sunset every night. It's awesome. I'm sure it's beautiful as well. Let's see. The camera must be facing slightly northwest.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
No direction.
Uncle Nate says, everybody's an Uncle now.
It's actually
It's starting a trend, Tony.
I know that, I know.
Okay, UT. I found a 68 Plymouth B-body in my neighborhood that's been sitting abandoned under a cover for 20 years. Owner inherited it, but is resistant to selling. What can we do?
Offer more money.
Yeah, money talks.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
why I don't have a lot of stuff. Not enough money.
Or infest it with hornets or something.
Make it undesirable.
Make it undesirable, yeah.
Let's see, do they have tail gunners on bread trucks these days in St. Louis?
Oh man.
They should.
They should.
How is it up there? Is it crazy
Well,
or?
I actually live in Illinois, right across the river.
Okay.
But that's like I said, I watched the news this morning, and nobody got shot. It was amazing to me. I mean, well, I think there was one murder in Nashville, but they caught the guy. That's amazing too. They're just
Yeah, nobody kills anybody here for some reason. It's we don't have like the rampant death like you've got in other cities.
Paul says, what happened? The picture quality is awesome and the sound quality is great. I don't know. Nothing happened. There's nothing
We're at
different.
the mercy of atmospheric conditions.
Yeah,
Tony climbed the tower and fixed it.
I climbed the tower and fixed it.
right.
Did you notice the world headquarters? They got
The world
they got,
headquarters is
They
coming
got
along.
siding on it on the other side.
I'm
Your
afraid to
wing
move the
is
camera.
got-
I don't want to mess up the
Your
picture.
wing has got the actual like walls and everything in there.
My wing.
Your wing.
I
yeah.
get a wing.
Of course.
can I get a closet in the basement?
We can talk about it. Yeah.
Tony asked about my car. This is Dakota. I got an engine and trans 455 350th.
All right, I remember you saying
The
that.
front
yeah.
clip is off and the old rusty floors are cut out. Got a 79 Esprit parts car.
Esprit.
Esprit, sorry. Not familiar. I'll put all that in my videos. Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely get it up and we'll share it, man.
Yeah, we'll share your videos. Mike has a 73 Dart. Should he put a 408 in it?
If you
Sure,
want.
why not?
Yeah? Let's see. What's up, Bill? Uncle Tony, can you send me money?
Yeah,
Mr. Motormaster wants money.
yeah. The check is in the mail. It's on its way.
Awesome, Mopar Benny. Good, glad you got it. Let's see. What is your advice for removing stuck exhaust bolts?
Advice for removing stuck exhaust bolts. They're not all created equal, right? Like some of them, like on your FE Fords, some of the caddies that go into a flange, those things are really bad. Yeah, the only thing we get those is heat. Yeah, heat, right? And even that doesn't always work.
And anytime you put something together, put anti-seize on.
Well, I don't know.
You don't
I
agree with that?
generally, no, because it can cause things to like kind of back out. You don't want to put
Oh
anything
no,
on
you
everything.
put something on there
You
that's
don't-
to keep it from backing up. I don't know.
Is it
I
raining?
took apart so many like thermostat housings that are aluminum with a steel bolt through it.
Right. Oh yeah.
It just all grows together.
Yeah.
And I put everything together with anti-seize like that. I don't know about an exhaust man full of diesel.
It's raining.
Probably. Yeah, I felt a little
Just a
something.
couple of drops.
Barron sent $10.
Thank you, Baron. He's
Barron says, I'm so sick and tired of living in California. The election is the cure for the coronavirus. Trump 2020.
I'm surprised, Baron, you haven't organized a revolt out there. You seem to be the guy that would be, you seem to be the leader. I would organize a revolt. Overthrow that California government.
Don't say things like that on YouTube.
Why?
Well, you can overflow over. Yeah,
No, don't overthrow.
when the election comes up, that's a
everything.
legal thing to do.
No, you
Don't-
can't. You can't overthrow the feds. Don't ever try to overthrow the feds. Never do that. That's a good idea. But yeah, definitely
No.
local governments. Absolutely overthrow them.
John Wilburn says, Dakota better make content. It's the only channel with no videos I've ever promoted. He will. I have faith. He has some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they did that in California.
Oh,
That's
his
how
brother helped
Schwarzenegger.
him out,
That's how Schwarzenegger became governor. They recalled the governor.
That's right. Yeah.
You've been wrenching on Bottle Rocket.
I haven't touched. I just jacked it up. I haven't really touched it otherwise.
They're like throwing our
He
heads.
says, Dakota says, thanks. We'll try and make a video or two tomorrow.
Okay, no, no. Corruption.
What's up, Rich? Let's see. Dear Slayer, what is that? He says I have an 82 C10 and 2 broke to rebuild the 700 R4.
You're too broke to rebuild it. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I mean, you can start a GoFundMe, I guess. Go.
Do people
That's what I'll do.
do people contribute to that for car stuff? I don't think so. People usually get mad when people have car GoFundMes.
You're doing research. Doing research on old 700 R4.
You know, speaking of GoFundMes, and I don't want to like talk about like downer stuff, and I haven't like mentioned it to you, but since we're online now,
We're online?
well, we're live,
Oh, okay.
right? I talked to Bobby
Okay.
yesterday.
You did.
Yeah, and Dominic. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Lagana family.
You might want to speak up.
I was partners with Bobby Lagana on a Top Fuel car years ago, back in the 1990s, and before that, I raced with him with the funny cars and all of that. And he had 2 sons, Bobby Jr. and Dominic. And Bobby Jr. went on, both of them actually went on. They're both active Top Fuel guys, and they work for Steve Tarlins. They're intertwined everywhere. So Dominic, I know Dominic from the time he's in diapers, and really good kid. I mean, like really, the whole family, the whole Lagana family. You know, I talked to Bobby Jr. this morning. Says, you know, me and your old man were like this, but we still had like a love for each other, you know. So at any rate, Dominic 2 weeks ago was with oh God, I can't think of his name, Crampton, with the 57 Chevy wagon that they were in drag week with. They were at Indy.
Shipbox of Doom.
The Shipbox of Doom, which lived up to its name. They were at Indy. They were screwing around on the street afterwards. Dominic was driving the car, and they took out a phone pole or utility pole, whatever it was. So he was trapped in the car. The car was on fire, and he's currently in a coma. They had to amputate both legs above the knee. Yeah, and he's got burns over 50% of his body. So he's gonna live, but it's like one of them totally life-altering things. So they have GoFundMe set up. So if any of you guys are familiar with with anything I'm talking about here, check that out. Right, just GoFundMe, Bobby Lagana. I'd rather you send the money there. Dominic Lagana. I'd rather you send the money there than send it here. They really need it right now. So, but that's.
Can you link it?
What?
Can you link it?
No, I'm sure somebody can.
Yeah. I can't link it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you can.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure maybe John Wilburn or somebody
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
It's a GoFundMe for Dom Lagana.
Yeah. Listen, Dom is. When I tell you these guys are exceptionally like the nicest people you will ever meet. You know. But yeah.
Joseph says he'll need to apply for Social Security as he's 100% disabled, Tony. He will need the medical assistance. Have the family start the application now. I'm sure they'll figure all that stuff out.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll work
Yeah.
all that out. Right now, it's getting them out of the coma.
Right.
That's all that really counts right now. Bobby, explain to me gave me the medical definition of the brain injury that he has, but I can't off the top of my head remember what it is. But it's a mess. It's a bad deal. You know, if you can help out, please do.
Let's see. Yeah, bad accident, Olive. Yeah. Okay, John Wilburn found it. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, it is awful.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be a downer or
Yeah,
anything
sorry,
like that,
guys.
but listen, the thing with the cars is you're a car person, and this is what happens. It's like there's, like 99% of the time everything goes good. There's the 1% of the time that it doesn't. And if you're going to be in this universe of cars, you got to accept. You got to take the good with the bad, and this is the bad.
Baron sent $2. He says, "Give me a Stone Cold Steve Austin, hell yeah," in chat.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Anything?
I don't know. Let's see. Do you have any experience with an MSD Blaster Coil Pro billet distributor and 6 AL box?
I do not. I have a couple of MSD Blaster coils. They work really well, but I don't use the MSD boxes. Not that I have anything against them. I just don't have any reason to yet. And when I come across an application for it, I'll try it. But I don't have anything in my immediate world that would benefit from that setup.
Who's the quiet lady in the background?
That's my other wife. It's my spare wife. I keep a spare because Uncle Kathy is very important. That's Sherry Brinkman.
Joan Wilburn says, "This is why I'm spending more than I want to think about making my ride safer than it has to be."
Okay, so that's another thing. And I'm only speculating. Okay, but the car had a funny car cage. The shipbox of Doom has a full funny car cage in it, and I have always said that in a streetcar, a roll cage is a very dangerous thing, even when it's padded, because without having any sort of head protection, it only takes the slightest impact. I don't know if you've ever had a regular traffic accident. You get tapped on the side or whatever, your head gets thrown around because you're not expecting it. And when you got steel tubing all around your head and you get into any sort of deal, it can be deadly. So that's one of the reasons I've always been like, okay, you got race car, you got street car. I don't really think that the two should meet once you get to a certain point. When you get to the point that you've got to fill the interior of the car with roll cage, that can become deadly in even the slightest fender bender. And like, I am not a safety guy, but it's just like common sense. You know what I mean? But that's, I'm fairly certain that was a contributing factor in Dominic's injuries.
Ryan sent $5. Is
Thank
it
you.
Sunday night already? Yeehaw.
Yeah, it
Thank you,
happens
Ryan.
fast.
Well, and what about getting you out of the car too?
Getting you out of the car is a
People at
problem
the
too.
track are experienced in that. A regular cop or EMT isn't experienced in undoing a 5-point harness and pulling you out through a roll cage.
Even without the harness, if the
Yeah.
car is upset, you know what I mean? Like, if it's twisted, if it's on its side, anything like that, you're not getting out of that conveniently. It's just not going to happen. And there's extensive burns. So it's another,
John is saying cages are dangerous when not wearing a helmet.
absolutely. But I see guys do it all the time. It's like a bragging point. It's like, yeah, I drive my car to the track. It goes 980s. Yeah, you got a full cage in there, and then you drive it all. You put your kids in the car, and then you drive it around on Sundays. Well, great. You know what I mean? That's a okay. So you got a good dual-purpose car. But I'm telling you, in even the slightest type of fender bender, just a regular traffic accident, that cage can be deadly.
I think this was part of the conversation that we had, difference between a race car and a street car.
Yeah, I agree.
And I had said, if it's got a cage in it, it's no longer a street car.
I agree with that.
And people were like, no.
I know.
Let's see. Baron sent $2. John Wilburn, can I paint your house? Let's see. My daily just blew up. Both 5 Ford Explorer. Luckily, nothing else happened to the Dakota project. It's still going. I think I might get an 04 GTO or a 99 Dakota RT. What do you think? That's Ryan S.
I like those GTOs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who makes long tube headers that actually fit in a 75 Dart Sport 318 with power steering?
Well, I mean, the TTIs fit like a glove, but man, they're expensive. You're looking at $800 for a set of tubes. I mean, I've used B-body headers. I've used on a low deck motor like a 383 or 400, they go right in. 440 it becomes a problem.
Thank you, Mike Johnson. You
got
sent
our-
$25.
We put headers in it, then we used the B-body headers. He had fender well headers, and he didn't like them, so we used the B-body headers. He had to put a couple of dents in them.
I could use those Federal headers.
I
See if
think
he wants to
I
sell
don't
them.
know what he's going to do. I know where there is a set though.
All right, let me know.
Mike Johnson sent $25. He says
Thanks,
we'll
Mike.
check out their GoFundMe page also. Thanks so much, Mike. Let's see. If it's got a parachute on back, it's a race car or my mom's car. Ignoring me, not nice clutch. I'm not ignoring you, Monty. Sky looks great. Let's see. What's up, Flubar? Thank you. UT and friends, do you have a favorite Plymouth? This is from Uncle No Identity.
My favorite would be 6060s, 66, 67 Peabody. All of them. They're all just beautiful.
You're copying off me. Don't
No,
copy
we have
me.
the same taste. We have the same taste.
Do we?
Yeah. Anybody else?
Did I get it from you or you got it from me?
What is the question?
Favorite Plymouth?
Oh, that's easy. 63 Peabody. You know,
Yeah.
they were the same car. All, Furies, Savoys, what other ones they have? Belvederes. All the same body. They were all Peabodys that year.
71 Peabody, the satellite.
Satellite. They're
Roadrunner.
beautiful.
There's
There's so many beautiful.
There's so many good
I
ones.
love
Yeah,
those.
there's so
One of
many
my
good
first
ones.
cars.
Yogurt
Seven-
says I'm baked. Can I get a thumbs up, UTG?
Yeah. There you go.
Here's my thumb.
You got a thumbs up from UK.
Yeah.
God, what time is it there right now? Like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning or something?
Larry M wants to know how many
Yep.
miles a 225 slant 6 usually lasts.
I mean, typically they go about 250 before they need to be torn down. 170 is go twice out. 170 is the 170 is like the eternal engine.
Was that thunder? I don't think so. Could have been.
It might be. It sprinkled here a
Cool,
few
yeah.
minutes ago.
It rained before. Let's see. Nobody likes me. I'm sad. Monty, we all like you. Tell Monty Capoletti that we all like
Oh,
him.
Monty, come on, please. We're here because you're. They drove from St. Louis because they knew you were going to be here.
That's right, Monty.
I was saying the whole way, we gotta get there for mom.
If I go live, will you guys watch? This is Baron.
Yeah, of course.
David says 3 a.m. here in Germany.
Okay, so it's 2 a.m. in England. Wow. You guys are up
Okay.
in the
Somebody's,
middle of the night, Sunday night, Monday morning, watching us. That's pretty cool.
somebody's posting as Uncle Tony.
Oh,
Hey.
really?
Their name is Uncle Tony. Hey, Uncle Tony, what's up?
What's going on, Uncle Tony?
Oh my gosh.
Did you guys ever look up the definition of Uncle Tony?
No,
in the
don't
Urban
even.
Dictionary?
Don't stop.
Oh,
What?
no, oh, no.
I wasn't
Don't.
going to say it. She gets so uptight.
We have enough problems.
There's a few others I've looked up.
Destroyer says, hey, Tony.
Like when you say clip, I'll go.
7 p.m. in New Mexico. Rich Discoveries sent $5, but put this towards something kick-ass.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you. Catfish and Chris is still waiting on his damn muffin.
Who
We
was
gotta-
supposed to make a muffin?
Uncle Crystal, blueberry muffin.
I'll have a talk with her tomorrow.
Okay, Luke wants to know, what is Uncle Crystal doing to that coil for the John Dodge shirt picture in your merch store?
Calibrating it.
He's calibrating the coil.
Duh.
Tio Antonio, that's you.
Calibrating, that's good. You know, you adjust something, you don't make much money, but you calibrate
You
it.
calibrate,
You
you
really make some money.
That's right.
Monty wants to know, is that guy Brian a friend of yours? No. No, not at
Oh,
all.
Cabral.
Oh, that
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Up here, just north of Lake Ontario, it's banging and flashing big time. Raindrops an inch in diameter. Woohoo. Very nice.
We had that this afternoon.
Have you ever had to escape from a straitjacket, and if so, why?
Not yet. Not yet. But there's always the, you know,
Olive says, Radar says there's a bit of showers around Murfreesboro, but it looks like it'll probably miss us. That's good.
Have
Yeah,
they
we had
actually
rain before.
pinpointed the parking spots that we're in to calculate that?
Olive is
I
on
actually
it.
did that.
She's on it. She's got it. She has the technology. Thanks, John. Don Lagana Recovery Fund. Go
Yeah, thank
contribute
you.
if you can, guys. We appreciate that.
See the blue spot? That's a parking lot.
Where? Oh yeah, no shit.
And there's the stuff that's around us.
That's going
Kinda-
over my house.
Kind of going around us.
Which one is the real UT? I don't know.
Which one is the
I don't know
real
anything
UT?
anymore. I'm so confused.
That's it right here.
I'm right here.
The one that's on video.
Right, I'm not the one who's typing.
Right.
You want a keyboard?
Oh my goodness. Not you, the real Uncle Tony. Are you being good, Curtis? Curtis looks like he's being good tonight.
Which one is that?
Curtis, buy it. Let's see. Monty, we're also confused. Muskie Elon, what's up?
What's happening, man?
Okay, Ryan sent $5.
Thank you, Ryan.
Uncle Tony, you seem to be a fan of open element air cleaners. Have you experimented with cold air intakes on classic cars? Would you do a video on it?
We did a video called The Scoop on Scoops. That was about a year and a half ago or
And
so.
it's filmed really
I
badly.
watched that
with an
last
old
night.
We filmed
camera.
that like with a potato. Like literally with a potato.
Yeah.
That was like one of our first videos.
It was my broken camera
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, so
Well,
go,
you
go
were-
back and watch that.
You were right on with the aerodynamics.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm glad, Curtis.
You know, bug catcher scoops do anything but look for
They don't even look cool, man.
that side pipes.
They want to know if you're a muscle car fan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. What do you guys have?
good.
I've got right now the muscle and well, the thing considered muscle car is my 74 Duster.
74 Duster. Cool. Let's see. The scoop on scoops is
Oh,
cool.
it's a muscle car.
What was it?
I know that.
I don't know if it's a muscle car.
Mouseholes.
Did you ever work for FedEx, Tony?
Did I ever work for FedEx?
No.
I never really had a job.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my
You told me you
goodness.
got fired once.
Oh, I got fired from a bunch of them, but like I only worked a week at a time. Like I mean, I've never really had a job like we say, oh, I have to go to my
Oh,
job
Jeremy.
every day. I've never had that.
Yeah, we found out afterwards.
So at one point,
Okay.
I figured out that this ain't working.
I was like
I
16.
just do it my own, do it my damn self.
Yep. I worked the last job I had was when I worked at a Chrysler dealer for like 2 weeks, and I quit that and I went right into the magazines.
Uncle No Identity says, I like the scoop on the dart or something. See, this one drinks anything, even beer bottles. Is that what you said in the video? He's quoting you.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember how I got here.
I don't know either. It's a little blur.
So everything's a blur.
You're not that old yet.
It's a little blur.
I've had a lot of head trauma.
Jaleel B. Morfano wants to know if you ever got hurt bad working on a car.
Yes.
I couldn't even begin.
Yes.
Yes.
Put
Thank
wheel
you,
chocks
Zero.
and axle stands under everything.
I've never had one drop on. I got
Mine
so close.
did. Mine did drop. It was on ramps, and I didn't put wheel chocks
Yeah, you
because I
told me
was
about that.
stupid, and it rolled. Those little bumps on the ramp, they don't hold a car, and it rolled. The wheel rolled right up on my chest and broke 4 ribs and 5 vertebrae and poked a hole in my lung. And then I rode in an ambulance.
I haven't had one fall on me
Oh.
yet, and I haven't been run over by one yet.
You did.
Well,
you ran
well.
over your foot.
Oh yeah, I ran over my own a couple of times.
Oh, feet always get run over.
Well, when I had a 71 446 Barracuda, 4-speed car, and the starter took a shit, so we were trying to push start it, and it had some wide tires on the back.
You got run over by yourself.
I ran over
Yeah.
myself, bent my foot over like this.
Did it hurt much? Or did
Yeah, it hurt.
I got run over by a Corvette, same thing. Big wide tires, engine quit. Cozy was gonna make it over the hill, but not quite. So we both jump out to push, and a big wide tire ran over my foot. I know it ran over it, but I got up and pushed, and didn't really hurt.
No, I broke a bunch
Man.
of bones in my foot. and I actually messed up my knee because it rolled over, bent my foot like this, then it rolled over my, over the back of my leg and slammed my knee into the ground.
I've got
Wayne
my
wants
cars
to
in
know,
shops.
has Tony finished blocking and polishing the dirt paint yet?
Oh jeez.
He started today.
Yeah, I worked on that today. I did the passenger side front fender and rear quarter.
Buffing it?
Yeah, I wet sanded
Thank
it.
you,
How'd
Benjamin.
it come out?
The paint came out really good. It still needs to be polished. It's a little cloudy, right? But, right? The body work underneath is terrible. I'm gonna end up having to do it over again.
You're gonna have to do it over again.
That quarter at least.
The paint?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now, but I mean, yeah, it's gonna have to be redone.
Put the paint on thicker.
Same thing happens to me on the toilet.
I think she wants a car with.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it. Oh, well, I gotta fix the expansion valve. The expansion valve's sticking. You get out and tap it a few times, and you get nice cold air.
What year is the box now?
78.
It's little.
Stupid
Oh,
hurts,
it's a
don't
big
it, Buff?
Like
No,
from a
from
year or two ago,
experience.
this thing was black.
Oh, this, yeah.
This is a rat rod.
I just saw that one recently. I've been going back and watching it for years.
Yeah, this was it's still a mess. I only threw a quick coat of Rust-Oleum on it just so it wasn't like doom.
Looks
Yeah.
good.
I work on box trucks all day long. I saw this, but it looks so cute.
This is my favorite vehicle of the fleet.
Oh,
Out of
this is
everything we
just
own,
right. This is
It's
just
normal
normal
right.
my
van
favorite.
size,
Yeah.
as far as length.
John wants to know bull stud Hemi versus wedge, which is better?
The Bull Stud Hemi would have been a better motor
You-
if they built it.
If they built it.
What's the strangest issue you saw a vehicle have when you were a general mechanic?
Say that again now?
What was the strangest issue you saw a vehicle have when you were a general mechanic?
Oh. I'll tell you right now, it was a Ford, but I don't know which one. Because there were a bunch of them like that.
Thank you, John R.
1980s, 1990s Ford electrical problems were off the chain. So there were a bunch of them that I had, but I can't pick out the one. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Thank you, Vintage Moparnut. Let's see. What? No, King Eric.
You ever
What do you want?
accidents in shops?
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
You ever have accidents in shops with? Now, you work by yourself mostly.
Oh, no,
When you got a group of people
I've
and
had a
there's
bunch
a
of
bad
shops.
mistake, you know.
I've had a bunch of shops.
You have employees?
Yeah.
Why didn't mechanical fuel injection replace carbs commercially?
Mechanical fuel injection is a very finicky thing. I mean, there's lots of cars that use it. German cars, and mostly diesels. But mechanical fuel injection is a very finicky thing. It's on a daily driven gasoline, regular car, it's best handled electronically.
Thank you, Leo.
You ever work on the old Corvette?
Yes,
Fuel
to
injection?
Rochester? Yeah.
Rochester, yeah. Pretty good, are they?
Yeah, it was a nice
You can make them
solid
work
setup.
right? You know.
Yes.
Ben Matthews wants to know what size carb for 331 Cadillac with ISKI 270 cam and a 9-to-1 compression ratio?
My formula is always double the cubic inches, and that's where you start with a carburetor. So 330 cubic inches, double that, 660. Start with a 700 or so CFM carburetor and go up from there. Probably a 750 vacuum secondary would be a good starting point for that.
Thank you, Martin. Have you ever had people come in when they fix their car and can't put it back together?
When they do what?
Have you ever had people come in when they fix their car and can't put it back together?
Oh yeah, I used to have that all the time.
Yeah, you fix that so nobody can fix it.
I used to have that all the time. People always bring me half-finished projects.
Tony used to like changing timing chains on Ford 4.0s for fun.
That's what got me out of the regular repair business. I did like 6 of them, and
What?
it was like number 7, the 4.0 V6, the Ford. They went over
I
vacation.
know what engine it is.
They're the
Okay.
happiest engine in the world, the Pushrod 4.0. The happy engine, right? Then they decided they wanted to make it overhead cam for whatever demonic, fucking crazy deranged
It's
reason they
cool.
had, right?
It's cool. You can say it's overhead cam.
So I did like 6 of them, right? And it was number 7. I was working on number 7, and I couldn't bring myself to do it.
This is one that has the chains in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, I could not bring myself to do it. It was such a nonsensical thing. It offended me on a molecular level. And at that point, I could no longer work on regular cars. I lost my will to be a mechanic.
What was that? What was the Ford van, the first minivan they had called
Aerostar.
Aerostar.
Yeah, the Aerostar.
I bought an Aerostar just to sell, and it had a 4.0, regular 4.0, not overhead cam. That thing was pretty quick.
Yeah.
It drove nice, and I sold it so quickly. I just should ask more money.
I had a 4.0, I had a 91 Ranger, 92 Ranger, 4.0, 5-speed, 2-wheel drive, short cab.
You're so slow.
What?
It was so slow.
No, that was yours, the 4-cylinder one.
Oh, mine was the 4th.
No, I had the V6. That thing
Okay,
rocked.
that's right. Yeah, you had one too. Thank you, Easygoing.
Did you ever work on the Triton V8s and V10s that spit the spark plugs out for no reason?
They came along after I got out.
Or
Oh,
sometimes they
okay.
don't come out.
Oh, no,
66
they'll just
Salvage
spit 'em out.
Restoration Speed Shop says, good to see you, Tony. Hope all is well. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Clinton, Illinois. Let's see. How's Kiwi's Cougar coming along?
I don't know. Kiwi had knee surgery last Tuesday, so I'm sure he's moving slow right now. But I am going to check up on him tomorrow, and I'm also going to check up on the Turbo Dart.
Okay. Dakota says, my brother wants to know what wheels y'all think he should go on his 63 Pontiac.
63 Pontiac. What about the wheels?
What kind of wheels should he go with?
That big 4-door that his brother has?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
That
leave
thing
it alone.
looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just leave it.
Okay, Uncle Nate says, is
No,
there a name for the style of hood
Five
from, example, 68, 69 Roadrunner or GTX that has the matching scoops facing each side instead of the typical single scoop facing forward on the middle?
I don't think there's an actual name for that. There's an odd setup, but I don't think there's an actual name for it.
Of
John
course-
Wilburn would know if there's a name for it. He knows everything that we don't.
Let's see.
Somebody needs to put up more videos too. John Wilbur, I was following him building that Dart.
Yeah.
Ford.
Okay, I'm getting way behind
Yeah,
here.
we need to have a video of fixing the
Great story,
God.
Duluth. Can you do a video how to install triple gauges?
You really need a video for that?
If they're asking. I don't know.
putting in triple gauges.
I mean, they come with an instruction sheet. Isn't that enough?
I don't
You
know.
really need a video for that?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess.
Do we have
You
anything
know,
to
if
put
it's somebody
gauges
that's
in?
never put a gauge in before. I don't know.
I'd need a video.
They have instructions. There's an instruction sheet. It tells you what everything you got to hook up, how you hook it up.
What's wrong with the Jeep at your shop? What are you doing to it?
My buddy Ralph. That's the guy with the blown Roadrunner. He's out of space. I have those 4 bays, and he's got the 4 bays next to me, and he's all filled up over there. So he asked me if he could use that bay for a couple of days. Turned into a couple of weeks, but that's all right. Okay, so the thing with that was that it had an exhaust manifold in it. So he pulled it apart, changed the exhaust gasket. Turned out the exhaust manifold was cracked. Goes to put it back together again, and the thing is, as soon as he starts it, the idle shoots to the moon, just wah! Like as if you hold it full throttle. So, as it turns out, we went back and forth, but as it turns out, the manifold, the intake manifold, is just slightly warped to the inside here. And instead of sitting flush down on the dowels on the bottom, it's biting in on the corner. So he had to, yesterday while we were there, he was reaming out the holes to get the manifold to fit back on the head.
What's up, Mopar Den?
What's going on, Mopo Den?
Chris S. says, do you have an accurate fuel gauge in your Charger? If so, how the hell did you do it?
And
I don't have any gauges in the Charger.
I have no accurate gauges in the Charger. The whole dashboard was fried. I have another gauge cluster that I'm going to put in there. I'm looking for a good under dash harness to throw in, so that's why nothing works on there. You know, I think the only car we have an accurate gauge on is the Slayer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, the 73 Roadrunner has an accurate gauge.
Let's see. Oh,
Here we go
sirens.
again.
They're coming to take me away.
Coming down the side street.
You want to talk to the guys in the back seat, UT?
Hey,
You want to talk to the guys in the back seat?
sure, what about 'em?
Yeah, interview them.
Yeah, go ahead, ask them anything you want.
You're interviewing them.
Yeah.
I was waiting for people to ask the questions that I ask every time, and I was going to answer them.
The ones that.
They
Like,
quit
what are you-
answer asking those
What are your
questions.
thoughts on?
What are your thoughts on
Anytime we
what's
have
your
a,
favorite?
if we get any, what are your thoughts on questions? We just jump right in and grill them.
Now they're gonna come.
It's a question you asked one time. They got a 1960 Morris Minor. What's the best cam to use? Never forgot that.
Zero wants to know anyone have a grease cap for an 8-inch drum? Lost one.
Grease cap.
For an 8-inch drum,
Yeah, 8-inch?
8-inch, 9-inch drum. 9-inch, is that what you mean?
For the front drum brakes?
You can get those through Dorman. They have them.
You talking about the dust cover?
The dust cover.
Now somebody's posting it's Uncle Tony's garage.
Nice.
Hi guys, this is Kathy. Ask me any questions you need to. Yeah, I don't think so. Fake Uncle Tony's garage.
Fake Uncle Kathy.
Fake Uncle Kathy.
And it's your birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah, happy
you can't
birthday.
impersonate me on my birthday.
Birthday trolls.
Yeah,
They trolls.
yeah, 9-inch drum. It's coming up wrong.
Yeah, when you do YouTube, you get birthday
Okay,
trolls.
so it's a 9-inch drum.
Because
like
I
a-
need that on my birthday.
9-inch
Thanks,
drum.
guys.
That Chavelle's had a 9.5.
Yeah, Tony sold the Ram Charger, Wayne. He got rid of it.
Yeah, a while ago.
I like that.
Don't troll me on my birthday, Uncle Tony's garage. Thank you, Olive.
You know what I was looking forward to on that? You were going to do a tri-power setup on it.
I'm gonna
Set it up. But I don't really like the vehicle, but I was looking forward to that.
I'm gonna do a 6-pack. I'm gonna probably be on the
Okay.
67.
Thank you,
Yeah, I
Big
got
Bear.
Ford, so I got the tri-power.
Thanks,
Yes,
Eric.
It'll probably be on the Charger. But I got other things I gotta build first.
Yeah, I know. Like me, I'm buried in projects.
Let's see. What are your thoughts on why do you flip the pistons? I got me, wait, hang on. I got me 450 with an Oldsmobile heads and a Pontiac crankshaft.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uncle Kathy should have a tiara made of spark plugs for her birthday. Thanks. You didn't make me that, Tony.
I didn't because nobody suggested it.
Tony used to make me weird things for my birthday that he would weld. Thank you, Mopardem. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Martin.
Remember Silicone
Thanks,
Girl?
PC term. I know. I lost Silicone Girl.
Did you really?
I did.
One of the cars I used to work with, we had a Permatex sponsorship. So they sent us
Thank you, Brady.
cases and cases of blue, right?
Oh,
What do you do with the blue on a funny car, right?
we do with blue on anything.
Exactly. So it's sort of like fish tanks. I mean, you can't really do much with it. So they sent us cases and cases of blue. I don't know what to do with it, right? So we, her birthday was coming up. I was like, I'm going to sculpt her something. So I welded together a metal frame, and I sculpted a girl out of blue silicone.
silicone.
Yeah,
That's what it's good.
It was
I would
me.
like to see that.
it was you.
Yeah, you made me. Right. Tom Wilburn sent 511. The lady in the back and Tony needs to trade places for 5 minutes.
Hey, let's trade places with them.
What? No. I
Yeah. Let's trade places.
He paid for it. There you go.
No, you got to get up there.
Thank you,
Smoke all my
Beamstream.
cigarettes.
What do you think of the Cadillac 500?
That's a piece of shit. Oh, I don't know.
It's big.
It's
Big,
big.
yeah.
UK needs a GTX for her birthday from UT. That's never going to happen.
This is a pretty good view back here.
This is a good deal.
Alaska wishes me a happy birthday. Thank you. AK Crazy Fool. Let's see. I got a bad miss. Can fouled spark plugs be bad enough to make it run that bad?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you either.
I've got a bad miss. Can fouled plugs be bad enough to make it run that bad?
Yes, of course.
You're gonna have to yell.
Yes.
Why is it Uncle Crystal?
Why not?
But you need to find out why they're fouled. Spark plugs don't just foul for no reason, right?
Well, it's true, but he didn't.
Mead
Yeah,
Metal
that's bad.
says, have you tried any of the modern style spark plugs in your cars?
I've tried a bunch of different ones, and I always go back to my old auto lights. I love auto lights.
What's up, hey yo?
It's funny. I came up with the same thing like 40 years ago.
Yep.
Auto.
I've tried everything under the sun. Auto light.
We had a guy come around give one of these clinics, you know. He's a champion guy.
You gotta talk about it.
He's a champion spark plug guy,
Yeah.
so I tried champion.
Is he a
fluid.
champion?
He's a champion.
It's terrible. I went back to auto lights like the next day.
See, I always heard in the Mopars, that's what they ran was Champion.
I don't
That's
know.
what I've
That's what they
always
came
heard to
with.
put in Mopars.
They changed champion plugs like in the 70s. And
Speak
they,
up.
They don't come back. When they get dirty, they don't come back. If you foul them, they don't come back around. Auto lights will.
Question for the back seat.
Yeah.
Last week, I asked UC about 1960 being the first year for the Valiant. What was the 1961 Dodge counterpart? Lancer?
Yes.
Lancer, but it didn't
Lancer.
come out till 2 years later.
No, 1 year later.
1 year later,
61.
61, okay.
Tony in the back? Yep. He's
Yeah.
in timeout.
I'm in timeout.
Hit time out.
We're in timeout. It's okay, you got to answer the questions. We're timed out.
UT's the backseat driver. Thank you, hey yo.
You're like Garage 54, we're expecting driver.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Why is there another at zero? I'm at zero. I don't know at zero.
Somebody's cloning
Fake
all
at
of us
zero.
tonight.
Oh, brother.
Me, I ain't on there tonight.
340 with 360 heads.
360 heads are 340
We're
heads.
timed out.
Names for the two in front. I wasn't here
Hear the sound?
if you introduced already.
Brian Brinker.
Sherry Brinker.
They drove all the way from St. Louis. Let's see. Tony, what are your thoughts on the new Dodge truck coming out with 700 horsepower?
He handles all the thoughts questions.
Thank you,
It's too much
Fubar.
for a truck. It's only 700 horsepower truck.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Doesn't sound
It's a new
good.
Dodge truck with 700 horsepower.
Smart.
He's got a wheel. He's got a tire on the trailer.
Oh. It's making smart.
And he don't care, man. He's just flat footing.
Big dude in Buff's chair. What's your name and where are you from?
Me?
Yeah,
Brian
you.
Brinker from St. Louis.
St. Louis. What did you miss? I don't know. Everybody's
I
getting
think 5
cloned.
minutes is up. We need to switch back.
What's that?
5 minutes is up. We need to switch
All
back.
right, let's switch back.
All right.
To add zero. It's been my art name
I
for
gotta run
20
over here real quick.
years plus. Just weird. Come on.
Oh, this is different.
Give UT a megaphone.
Okay, I'm back.
Why do Hemis run better with a cold plug?
Wait, sound better, what?
Why do Hemis run better with a cold plug?
They don't run better with a cold plug. Cold plug is less likely to detonate. You're not going to see any difference just swapping in a hotter or a colder plug unless you actually push the thing. The colder plug is less likely to detonate.
Okay, tell me something. When you run, let's say you're running whatever you recommended for a plug, you go to one colder because you're running it hard and all that.
Right.
But when you run the one that's recommended, it looks kind of like it gets like a yellowish marks on it, like it was too hot or something.
Well, the plug shouldn't be tan. Your perfect color for a plug should be a yellowish tan.
Oh yeah, but this will get like little bumps in the yellow. And
Well, that's a sign of detonation.
okay, so that's what I had then was
Yeah. That's,
okay.
those
Because I
are-
went to a colder plug. A bunch of guys, I was like 16 or something. A bunch of guys around me go to this step colder plug. So I did. Never had the problem again. I really didn't know what that was. That's detonation.
Mopar Denson $4.99. Uncle Kathy, who are tonight's guests in the front row? Well, they're in the back row now. That's
You gotta put that in timeout.
Brian Sherry Brinker from St. Louis.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
They drove all the way from St. Louis to be with you guys tonight.
I'm way behind here. Let's see. Who's confused? Why are there 3 zeros? I don't know. Everybody's getting cloned tonight.
Who's doing that? How can that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. It's probably,
How many people do we have?
you know, 347. Ah,
How many likes do we have?
Should be at
only
least-
110.
What? What?
Yep. Uncle Tony, can you get a spot on Speed Channel?
There is no speed channel anymore. It's called Motor Trend. And no, I know. They don't want me.
You're not going to sell parts for
Oh, some of them I like, but some of them, it's just
That's
nothing
all
but
they
high,
wanna do is sell
nothing but
parts.
high dollar parts. You know?
Okay, we're talking about voting. Let's forget about that. Okay, Gavin Holston, $4.99.
Thank you.
Any suggestions for a 318 LA as a derby motor?
They use them. That's like the derby motor because you can run them like dry. They overheat and they just keep going and going and going. I mean I don't have any particular tips for it, but yeah, that's the motor to use.
Let's see. Let's see. Do you have a favorite Dodge Challenger?
71
Except favorite Dodge, what?
Challenger. I like the 71. I always
I
like
like
the
the
71.
John Wilburn wants to know, did you have to shoot your way out of St. Louis?
it. Sometimes it feels like it. Is that what you're looking for, John?
What's that? Yeah, front of us.
Too much? A friend of mine, Kyle,
Yeah, I can get a deal through Howie cheaper than that later.
Can we ask what Mopar Brian and Sherry have? What kind of cars do you have?
Well, I have my 74 Duster. I have my 94 Dakota that I'm building basically inspired by Bottle Rocket. And we got our blue Dodge truck.
Cool.
I don't mention the GMC.
Let's see. Thank you, Jim Douglas. Let's see. Okay. Why don't anyone swap 8100 Vortex?
Why?
Yeah.
Swap what?
8100 Vortex?
The Vortex X.
I don't know. That's
I'm
all it
trying to
says.
understand it.
I don't know what an 8100 Vortec is.
I don't know either. Uncle Crystal's presence is missed and needed. I know. She's busy.
Remember, she has a channel, Crystal Sells Tennessee.
That's right.
We have the cheese channel yet?
Uncle Tabby's exciting world
Oh,
of
there goes-
Woodsell
there
is
goes
not.
He's driving the
There
other
it
way
goes
now.
the other way. He's going back on the interstate with that thing.
You need to get gas.
He got gas. He's going back.
No lie, he's jumping on the interstate with it.
Just driving no tire, just a wheel.
Holy shit.
That is a
Oh,
great
that's-
American hero right there.
Only in Tennessee.
Okay?
Straight to the ground.
This guy is, he just, about 10 minutes ago, he went this way. He's towing a trailer, and the trailer's on the metal rim, right?
Is it a
So-
horse trailer?
No, it's
It's
just
like,
like,
a short box trailer.
Okay.
yeah. So he just gassed up over here at the station across the street, and he just jumped back on the interstate with one wheel on his trailer.
One wheel on, you mean one wheel off?
One tire,
One tire.
and one wheel with no tire.
And one,
It's a single axle trailer.
Oh,
It only
okay.
has 2 tires on it.
sorry.
He needs to take the tire off the other side.
I mean, he didn't even slow down. He was
Well,
just like,
no.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
just
how
stole this car and I don't have
stuff
time
right
to
there.
change the tire. Now he's gone. I can't film it now. Was it throwing sparks?
Yeah, it's making
going
sparks.
this way was throwing sparks, going that way, no.
Cole AAA.
That was like the ultimate. I just don't give a shit.
Kathy,
You
tell
don't care. You
Tony.
don't own it. You don't care.
Tell Tony DD Speed Shop needs to tweak his satellite 318.
I don't know about. I know he's got a Challenger with a 440. I don't know about a 318 satellite.
Let's see. Escaped New York before the movie was even made. You did. You escaped New
I
York
escaped.
before the movie was even made. Yeah. No, not before the movie was
No,
made.
the movie was out already, but we escaped.
We took it to heart.
Yeah.
The movie.
It was. I saw it as a documentary.
How'd you get here?
And the other one, the
Where'd you drive?
Warriors.
I drove down here in a Ford van. A Ford van. I had gotten a great deal on it. It had a double tank, so I could make the whole trip with one stop, right? So
I'm not 60, King Eric.
the day I got here, okay, that's a funny thing, right? I'll tell you. I told the story on here once before, right? So, you know me, I'm not a country music guy, right? So I come down here and I visited, and I fell in love with it. As soon as I visited the Nashville area, I just absolutely fell in love with it. So we decided to move, pack up all of our shit, and I'm driving down here in the van, right? And this is it. This is like
Thank you,
go time,
Hoss.
okay? This is go time. We're gonna move. So I'm like, the only part of the whole Nashville thing that I can't square is country music, because I just can't stand country music. So I'm driving down the interstate. So help me, you can't make this shit up, right? I'm in Virginia, midway through Virginia, okay, and I'm getting ready to stop for gas. I'm driving around, and I'm like, but you know, okay, there's got to be something about country music I kind of like. What would it be? And I was like, Johnny Cash. I like Johnny Cash. A Boy Named Sue and all that, right?
Yes, E-Fog. What's up, Devin?
So help me, this is the God's honest truth, right? Strike me dead.
Thank you, E-Fog.
So I pull into a truck stop. I gas up, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy a Johnny Cash CD. So I did. I buy a Johnny Cash CD. Johnny Cash's greatest hits, and I'm listening to it on the way down. All right. So like I said, I moved into a shop right on the other side of this overpass that we're on. So just as I'm pulling in, I got the radio on now, right?
Thank you,
Just
Devin.
as I'm pulling in, they have they break the for emergency message, right? Johnny Cash had just died.
You gotta be kidding.
I arrived in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the day that Johnny Cash died, with a Johnny Cash CD in my.
Thank you, LM.
I had a Ford van. I still have it. Same CD. Johnny Cash, greatest hits. Put it in there. It wouldn't eject it. It's still in there. It's still in there.
my buddy had a 340.
Thanks,
we were like
Lorenzo.
16. My buddy had a 340 Duster, and he had a cassette player in there, and it ate Elvis Costello's. Was it this year's model? I forget. It was one of the first Elvis Costello albums, and it ate that. And that's all that was our only choice for music for like 3 months, like the whole summer was just like,
You killed Johnny.
I killed Johnny.
No,
I didn't
he
do it on
didn't.
purpose.
No, he didn't. New here. Why do you like Dodge or Chrysler over other manufacturers like Ford or GM?
I have
Thank you,
deep
Paul.
emotional problems. You know,
Oh, Tony.
I was treated harshly as a child, and because of that, I'm a Mopar guy.
Mopar Den says, I lost my brake pedal this morning on my 74 Satellite. No leaks found in the lines with the pedal held down, so I ordered a new master cylinder. Won't be here until Thursday, hoping that solves it.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. If you're just like sitting at a traffic light and the pedal goes
Starts
like
sinking.
that,
Yep.
Or it's the
Sinks
wheel
under your foot.
cylinder.
no, wheel cylinder would leak.
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah.
It usually
Yeah.
just starts bypassing.
You know, when a master cylinder goes bad, it'll bypass.
Remember when I lost the wheel cylinder on the Swinger?
Yeah.
Get one of
I
those,
remember it.
You ram on it hard, it'll usually stay. And
Yep.
if your light touch on it, it'll sink to
Yep.
the floor.
Do you guys remember the 70s when parking lots were filled with wadded up 8-track tapes?
Sure I do.
Oh, I remember big long
Sure I do.
with little folds that went like every inch.
In the 80s, it just got smaller with the cassette.
Cassette, yeah.
Tony, how do you get pistons into Uncle Crystal's head welded block?
Forgot about
You know, I didn't think of that.
that. So,
How do you get pistons into Uncle Chris's welded block?
From the
With welding
bottom.
heads on the block. Yeah, from the bottom. Yeah. You
The
cut
bottom.
you cut the main saddles out.
Right?
You put the
them in from
pistons
the
in,
bottom.
and then you
Yeah,
weld the
weld them
main
back
saddles
in.
back in.
Right.
Duh.
My aim is true. Is that the first?
Yeah, it was the other one. It was the other one. This year's model.
Let's see.
You know, weld the main caps on it.
Oh, sure.
No, Chris will do it.
Well, put away.
Bruce wants to know if you can teach him how to weld.
Yeah, they're making all the sparks on that ball.
Uncle Crystal will teach you how to weld.
But you're really going to teach her how to weld next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You're really going to do it. Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna weld that car together.
I taught my kid to weld MIG weld when he's 11, and he didn't know what it was. And God, 10 minutes later, he's doing some pretty decent welds. You know.
I told somebody, I forget who it was. Recently, it was, and it's like holy shit, and it was like just putting me to shame.
That was
And it
me.
just like, who's that? Was it you? Whoever it was, I taught them, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, my God, oh, I shouldn't have taught them. Now I look bad.
And then what you do is like call her over every time you need a weld done.
What's the funnest project you have on the go at the moment?
The funnest project? Bottle rocket is a lot of fun. I got to tell you. Yeah, bottle rocket.
You know, it's bad. You ever notice this? The older you get, the more projects you think of you want to do, and the less time you have.
Yeah.
Man,
But that particular
every
car,
day I think of new shit I want to do.
Thank you, Tully's Productions.
that particular car, even when it gives you trouble, it still puts a big smile on your face. I cannot explain it. I can't really explain it, like unless you're with the car, right? I can't explain it to you. But even when it's giving you problems, it still puts a big smile on your face.
You said it had to have the four doors intact and the windows that rolled up and a back seat that
Yeah.
worked and all that. I climbed the back of that thing. It was just like getting in a normal car, except it went god dang fast.
But you know, the thing about that car is like you can get in it and drive it anywhere, and it just motors down the road, brrrr, like it's nothing.
I never understood that anyway.
What's
When
that?
they take those plastic door panels off and replace them with aluminum,
Yeah.
the plastic has got to be lighter than aluminum. Or it's got to be
It
real
depends. It
close.
depends. Use a piece of 016 then aluminum
Yeah.
compared to that cardboard and all that. Yeah.
Bruce W wants to know, power shifting. How many revs does the engine increase, and how much does it load the clutch up? And is that why Bottle Rocket sounds like an auto?
Power shifting, you shouldn't see any RPM increase. The reason why you see an RPM increase on bottle rocket is because the clutch is slipping in between gears. But if you do it right, no, you shouldn't detect any RPM increase at all. What you're doing is you're loading. Okay, so I don't know how familiar you are with manual transmissions. When the transmission's got a load on it, like when the motor's pulling on it, right? You can't pull it out of gear. You can't pull it into gear. You can't pull it out of gear. If the synchros are intact, and we're talking about a regular transmission now, not a slick shifted transmission, not a planetary, just a regular 4-speed transmission. When you're going to pull it out of gear, it won't move as long as the engine is under load. As soon as you break the load, you can get it out of gear. So the idea with a power shift is to start pulling on the shifter. So let's say you're going to make your first second shift. Is to start pulling on the shifter using your arm as like a spring, and then just fan the clutch pedal. And as soon as you fan the clutch pedal, the driveline will relax just for an instant. And if you've got enough spring load on your arm to get it, it'll just snap right into second gear, and you won't see any RPM increase at all. The reason why with bottle rocket you see an RPM increase is because when I do that and it goes into the next gear, the clutch is just slipping, you know.
I didn't know how to do that.
Didn't know how to do what?
Power shift. I never.
You don't have a power shift?
I did a drag race.
Well, we gotta fix this.
You know, I've been a drag strip with you twice, and I'm just soaking up what's going on around me. You know, it's kind of interesting.
Buff, I think this is what we gotta do. I think this is what we gotta do.
What? I don't want to drive. I don't.
Yes,
wanna-
Action 76 News. I'm right here. I'm at the bottom of the comments.
My suggestion is this, right? You know that Dart GT I'm always driving, the 273?
Yeah.
Why don't you come by one day to speak, right? Let's throw a windshield in it. And you start bracket racing that, just the way it is. Why not? Bracket racing, it's all about reaction time. You'll love it. It's all about reaction time, and it's not about going fast.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's all about calculating. It's all about calculating. You got to try it.
Like,
That car's
I'm really
perfect.
comfortable changing your spark plugs and doing this
Curtis
shit for
wants to know, are you going to turn the nitrous oxide on anytime soon? Seriously, it's called Bottle Rocket.
Well, seriously, when I have the car consistent, you know, when I've got the bugs worked out of it, yes, we're going to turn the bottle on. I'm not turning the bottle on until I have a foundation to work off of. Otherwise, I'm just pissing in the wind.
you. Imagine if you turned it on this week. Clutch would have burned up faster.
I wouldn't have gotten to second gear if I had turned it on this week.
No, you got to get everything working.
Everything's got to be sorted out. When it's all sorted out, we'll throw a bottle on it. Listen to me. I am in no rush. It'll get done when it gets done. I do have other cars, and this
He's
channel.
saying I saw Bottle Rocket lift the front wheel.
What's that?
He's saying I saw Bottle Rocket lift the front wheel.
Bottle Rocket is a hard running bitch. You can't go by the numbers that it's putting up yet. That was only the 4th pass ever that I have on that car.
Do you think that wheel's coming off the ground, or do you think it's just close? I don't know.
It's just close.
I can't tell.
It's just close. It didn't actually daylight it, but it will. If the clutch wasn't slipping, absolutely, it would have pulled. You would have had about 3 or 4 inches of daylight under the left front. But I'm in no rush. You gotta understand. We do a lot of stuff on this channel. We have a big audience, and the audience. Some people like the Bottle Rocket stuff. Some people like the muscle car stuff, the restoration stuff. Some people like the daily driver stuff. Some people like the history stuff. And we have to do all of those different things. So if all I did was just devote myself to only doing Bottle Rocket and getting that done, I would be shortchanging the 75% of my audience that's following the channel for other reasons. So Bottle Rocket will get done, but it'll get done in its own time, and I can't do it sacrificing for the rest of the channel's viewers. Does that make any sense?
And I bet there's a bunch of people like me that like it all.
There's people who like it all.
Well, if you do the same thing all the time, you get bored too.
Right.
You have to keep things.
I hope
diverse.
that with it, I hope next time we take the car out, I can get a consistent bottom 8 out of it. I can get like an 820, an 18, or thereabouts. And if I can get 2 or 3 runs that repeat in that range, then I'll know that the baseline is established. And then we can go to the next step and spray it.
You going to Music City again?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that track better.
You know, all tracks are good, but the other one that I can't think of the name of,
Buffalo Valley.
Buffalo Valley, it's uphill. Man, I mean, you wait a half an hour or more to get to do your run because all the cars are there, and then it's uphill.
It's uphill.
Shit. You know, in airplanes, you get runways like that are short, somebody's property. It's uphill. You can't take off. You go up to the top and you come down.
Yeah.
Because you'll never.
Where you test Bottle Rocket, is that a hill climb? Like, are you going slightly uphill?
It's not slightly uphill.
No,
It's a lot.
very uphill.
It's hard
very
to. It was
uphill.
hard to walk across that track back and forth because it was
Yeah.
really steep.
It's very uphill.
See, Tang in the tank, yeah, Robert Bray.
Wouldn't have even noticed.
Okay, he keeps asking, why is Lamb Chop not driving anymore?
It's done.
He's done.
Lamb Chop is done.
Yeah.
We're done with Lamb Chop on this channel. If you want to know why, you can go back and watch the live feed from June 20th.
I don't know. It's about a month and a half ago.
About a month and a half ago, we left it up, and the first 15 minutes of that video explains what happened with Lamb Chop.
Let's see.
There any swap meets around here?
Got the Mopar one coming up the end of September.
What was the one you went to? You walked around, looked at the Hemi parts and stuff. Was that here?
Yeah, that's in Lebanon in January.
Okay.
I always have to try to find a Mopar parts and swap and get everything shipped.
Well, we
Yeah.
have the Music City Mopar Club does one once a year over in Lebanon.
Thank you, Joan
Mopar.
Wilburn. Bottle Rocket says Nitrous Express on the windshield. WTF.
Nitrous Express has worked with us on the solenoids and the plate and the jets for that, and that's why their name is
One of the few
is
people
on the window.
that have helped us.
Yes.
And we appreciate that. I lost my place. No, I'm keeping up, King Eric.
Who?
You can't make me lose my place.
What's his name?
King Eric the Great.
King Air?
King Eric.
Oh, Eric.
Let's see. Why don't they just reverse the direction of the stupid track?
Oh,
If it's
because when you
uphill.
get to the bottom, you'd have about
Yeah, you
5
would
feet
be
to
Yeah,
the top.
right.
You'd be flying.
Tony, thanks for explaining power shifting. The slipping clutch gives the auto sound. Sorry, Buff, you're now bracket racing. Yes, Robert Braytang, we don't have any. Let's see. John Wilburn, thanks. He shared Don Lagana's recovery fundraiser again.
Yes, thank you.
If you can contribute anything there, that would be great. Have you ever installed a windshield with a double channel rubber seal?
Double channels. That means where the channels on each.
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Because as a Studebaker is, it's like that where there's 2 channels. The window goes in one, and the pinch weld or whatever it is goes in the other one.
Wasn't
I
that
don't know
what
if that's
was
what
on
he
the
means
dart?
or not.
I don't know the terminology of it.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I think that's what was on the.
Yeah, I think all of the Mopars are double channel. If that's
Are they, or
what
is
it's
it-
called, I don't know.
It's
They
a
don't
horrible
glue in like a
experience.
It's a brutal experience.
It's painful. It's torture.
Yeah, I got the glass.
I have windshields for all my freaking cars.
Yeah,
I
but
just
we don't want to do
have
it.
the will to actually get ahead and change
You know,
it.
there's very few people.
We've done it.
Very few times I have people do stuff. When it comes to glass, I go, just come on.
I'm gonna end up doing that.
We can just take it to the glass place
And then
and
the
let
guy
them do
makes
it.
it look like it's easy.
Just let the glass place do it.
All right.
I'm not changing windshields no more.
They'll come out to you.
I know. I just don't like to have other people do shit on my
Let them
cars.
change the windshield.
Okay.
Here's glass on like that.
Let's see.
I mean, like windshields and backlights. Stuff in the
Well,
doors.
Dakota's
I
serving his
control.
third time out of the night. Let's boost his subs and get him started right.
I want to see that GT go down the track. That's a fun little
You know
car.
what I should do is finish the Studebaker. Of course, I got too many projects.
Yeah, well, you don't have to finish it. I got one that's finished. That
Yeah, but then,
you can.
then it's not. It's like that. Then I did it. It's like my airplanes. I built every part on my airplanes.
Right.
Sometimes I have somebody do some little thing that's. I was like CNC machine. I'd give the guy the drive, but when I was flying an airplane, I knew every part. Yeah, I'm kind
I'm
of like
not-
that.
I'm not
I'm
saying-
kind of like that with a car, you know.
I'm not saying don't finish your Studebaker. What I'm saying is that I got a perfectly good car that we could be running every
You
weekend.
know how good it feels when you do it all yourself.
Of
Well,
course
you
I
know,
do. This is what I do.
You know.
Mopar Denison is September 13th. Mopar's at Lebanon Valley Dragway. Mopar car show and drags. Will we be going?
In New York?
Lebanon Valley in New York?
Yeah, no.
No.
That's in New York. You can't even come and go from New York.
Yeah, I couldn't even go if I
The governor's
wanted
got the
to.
place locked down.
14-day quarantine. They are from St. Louis. Our guests are from St. Louis.
Yes.
Let's see. I want to be a guest next Sunday. Are we going to be out here next Sunday, Tony? What are we doing?
Why wouldn't we be? Or you got something going?
I don't know. The parallel twin. I love parallel twins. I don't think that's. That's a
No, no, I
later-
mean,
later
that's,
model
that's,
bike.
that's what I
Oh,
used to
I love parallel twins.
Let's see.
Okay, so what's going on next Sunday? Why is there a chance you're doing something else?
We gotta figure that out yet.
Okay, so there's
Yeah, right.
okay.
Let's see. I can't. I can't with some of these. Okay. Tony banned from the gas station? No, he's not banned from the gas station. Have you seen DD Speed Shop? He is foraying into Mopars.
I'm this gas station's token celebrity.
They don't even know what you're doing
I
out
know.
here, Tony.
Yes, I've seen. I don't watch as much YouTube as yet, but I've seen the DDC shop.
So how are you guys enjoying being guests at the gas station?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, you do?
Oh, I love it. Why you come up there every week? I
Was it worth the drive?
I'd be the
Oh,
next
yes.
Yes?
Buffalo Campo. I'd be up there every week.
You could never be another Buff Dog. There's only one Buff Dog Campo.
Poor Brian is really suffering, they say. Are you suffering, Brian?
No, I'm just sitting back here smoking.
Chilling
my
out?
cigarette.
Brian says, I start school sophomore year tomorrow and I'm still in pissed off mechanic mode from the Dakota. What should I do?
Go to school as a pissed off mechanic mode. The chicks will mob you. Don't wash your hands either.
UT's name is all over the gas station bathroom walls.
Yep.
I watch these young guys work on cars. They put their gloves on,
Oh, the
and,
guys that work
and they
like
got
that.
rubber gloves, and they're trying to turn a nut. I had an overhead cam, one of the Pontiac Solstice. I'm working with a guy, and he's got the spark plug socket down in there with the. He can't make the ratchet turn, and I gave him an extension so it would turn. That's so cool. I never seen this before. You know, like,
Backseat
Man.
passengers are always ignored. Are you ignoring them?
Oh, they can chime in anytime they want.
I got a new guy at my job, and we got a bulldozer there. I told him, go grease that bulldozer. He starts putting on his little gloves, and I used Uncle Tony's sprays. I was like, ooh, bitch man.
There you go.
Bitch
bitch.
man.
I was like, it's a grease gun. You're not.
It looks like they got on the wrong bus and don't know if they should ask the driver to stop so they can get off.
But who's the driver? That's the question.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Question for the back row gentleman. What does he think is the ugliest car ever made?
oh,
That's for you, Brian.
Pacer. AMC Pacer.
Pacer?
Oh, I hate
kinda
the Pacer.
like them.
I don't like the Pacer.
you're one of the guys who want to fill it with water and put fish in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I love Gremlins.
Yeah, I finna
I want to hear Brian and Sherry say, "Are we there yet?"
Turn this light feed away.
Did you make them pasta? No, I didn't make any pasta.
Dakota took over the last of our food supplies.
Right, yeah. He got my last piece of cheese and peppers.
You gonna make the cheese or just use the
Oh,
cheese?
geez, I'm not making cheese. I want to do
You're
a
gonna
dog
use-
channel.
You're gonna use the cheese.
She doesn't want to do Uncle Kathy's
Only
Exciting
because I don't
World
want
of
to cook
Mozzarella
all the
anymore.
time.
I just think you ought to call it the all cheese channel and just use it.
Okay, how about we could do both channels, okay?
Oh,
A
what
dog
other channel
channel?
We could do dogs eating cheese.
Dogs eating cheese.
you want to see some of the dogs?
There's a channel, I guarantee you, that would get millions
Dogs
of views.
eating
Dogs
cheese.
eating cheese. Just do a video, a channel of dogs eating cheese. And you call it that, dogs eating cheese.
Oh, you know,
Can you bring in a guest dog?
Yeah, of
You
course.
would have
Oh,
to.
I
have
I
guest
got one
dogs.
that'll eat the
millions of
cheese.
views. That's the kind of thing that goes viral.
Dogs eating cheese.
Dogs eating cheese. That's the channel.
Oh my
don't
gosh.
say it too loud.
Someone will
It'll
steal
go
that
to your
from
mind
me.
next week. Yeah.
Somebody's
Yeah.
just typing in there right now, dogs eating cheese.
There's a guy that sits there and feeds hot dogs to raccoons
Raccoons eating hot dogs would be another one.
every night, and he feeds all these raccoons. There was a raccoon there that ate 18 hot dogs one night.
Wow.
I can't believe it. No, but he
So-
has.
I would just have to carry cheese everywhere I go, and every dog I see film it eating cheese.
Yep.
That sounds kind of weird.
That's the kind of stuff that goes.
It's a little weird.
You need a big pockets for my dog.
Man, I could just watch these dogs.
Dogs eating cheese do it.
Here's the thing. If you're going to do any type of dog channel, you got to top Tucker.
Oh,
And nobody can top Tucker.
dogs eating cheese would be
What's
killer. People love stuff like that.
You don't know Tucker Budson? How do you not know Tucker Budson?
I was gonna do a channel about trying to train Maggie, training beagles, which is impossible
What's impossible?
Training
to
beagle.
train a beagle
Oh, I had a beagle.
because they don't listen. Their
That
nose
dog,
comes
nose to the
first.
ground and
Yep,
miles away, and you had to go find her.
they're impossible.
Well, don't they train them for hunting?
That's all.
That's
you
all
can train 'em
natural
for.
instinct,
Yeah.
basically.
That's all you can train them for.
Yeah.
Never, never again.
Train them to
That's
follow
one
their
thing
instincts.
I miss about the live feeds out here is the dogs barking.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I always look down at mine and ask them what they're saying.
Oh,
Uncle
You guys
Crystal
are-
welding while the dogs eat the cheese. The internet would blow up.
What?
What kind of world do we live in, Mopar Den?
That kind of world. He's right.
Dogs eating riots would be a winner too. Try
Yeah,
training
I
a
got
dachshund. Oh yeah, they're no, they can be mean dachshunds.
I got a great Pyrenees Akita mix.
Oh,
He's
A channel for herding cats.
loud. He tries to be a
How to
hot
raise
dog.
chickens with Uncle Kathy.
One time she made a big pan of biscuits, and she went to go take a shower or something. She comes back out. She says, "Oh, you put the biscuits away." I'm like, "Nope." He just
oh, we've had.
Or
They,
pot of spaghetti.
he ate the whole pot. I got one bowl of spaghetti. He ate the rest of it.
Oh, what does pre-ignition / detonation actually sound like?
Shit.
sounds like a ghost girl down a distant hallway. Yeah?
No,
No?
no, that's not what it sounds like.
What does it sound like that? It sounds like a tinking. Tink, 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 tink.
Tinking.
Yeah, tinking.
Hey, I have a demon with a slant 6. What are some causes why my car shuts off when I put it into reverse?
Generally, that's bad. Okay, you've got a Holly 1920 on there, the carburetor, and it has a clogged idle circuit. So what's happening is you're opening the throttle and pulling fuel from the transfer slots instead of through the idle slot. And it's not sufficient fuel at that throttle opening to keep the motor running under a load. Reverse is a little bit harder a load than the forward gears.
Somebody's asking me if you're a male chauvinist.
Oh, absolutely.
He's Italian. I just ignore it.
I am the ultimate unevolved male. Yes. I have completely rejected
He's
evolution.
Italian. Let's see. The first problem is your car is called a demon. Can I get an amen?
Well, that's why they changed it to Dart Sport. Yeah.
It will sound like marbles under the hood, the detonation. Marbles?
I like the ghost girl down at
Ghost
Disney World.
Dogs eating chickens eating cheese. Do you know how much chickens like meat? Like, have you ever tried to feed chickens? Like, you haven't fed them meat, have you?
I know a story about
I gave them
chickens.
hot
Can I tell-
dogs.
Can I tell this on here?
Wait, I gave them hot dogs and then I gave them like frozen hamburger and they went wild.
Well, this is a terrible story, but can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard if you take a little piece of liver, raw liver,
Right.
and you tie a big long string to it, and the chickens will eat it, and then they'll poop it out really quick.
Right.
And then the next chicken will pick it up and eat it, and then the same thing, and then pretty soon you got a big string
Line of chickens.
chickens.
I could see that.
Dude, what? Wait, what? I was reading the comments. What did you
He
say?
didn't love his chicken so much.
If you take a piece of liver,
Yeah,
you tie a string around it,
Yeah.
feed it to a chicken,
yeah.
the chicken will poop it out along with the string.
Okay.
Then the next chicken will pick it up
This is a
and eat
big,
it,
long piece of string.
poop it out, and you can string all your chickens together.
That's terrible. don't do that to anybody's chickens.
I heard this, and you remember MythBusters?
Chickens are
They wanted
savage.
ideas, and I sent that to them, and they didn't use it.
Thank God.
They will eat each other. Yeah, I know. They're little dinosaurs, guys.
What?
I don't know if you realize they're dinosaurs. Chickens are dinosaurs. They're the closest thing.
Dinosaurs?
They're the closest relation to T-Rex. Did you know
I
that?
thought like an alligator or something. Really?
No.
Nope.
chickens. Yeah, have you ever looked at a chicken's leg? It's scales. It's all scales.
Yep.
Chicken foot.
Yep.
I saw one out fried in a bag of nuggets one
Yeah,
time.
it's still scales.
T-Rex was a chicken. That's right, Zero.
On
A big chicken.
the internet. No, I didn't know that.
When will you get a elephant crate motor?
Never.
Never. Tony is a dinosaur. Is that nice, Robert Bray?
I am. I'll admit it. You know, I got no problem with that.
Velociraptors were the size of chickens, were they? T-Rex must have been some good eating. They totally look like dinosaurs. No, look it up. They're related to dinosaurs.
They have a beak.
But still, they're genetically closest to
I mean, they've evolved.
the T-Rex.
You know,
I guess.
right. But the scales evolved to be feathers.
Yeah.
All birds are dinosaurs.
Old birds, yeah.
I've heard that.
It's true.
They have hollow bones.
Yeah.
So light.
Let's hear about their 74 Duster. Them are super cool cars.
It's not cool at all.
They're all
Why
super
not?
cool except for his.
What engines it have?
The invisible one.
No motor at the. What's going in it?
Well, I have a 440 block and a 400 block. I'm going back and forth on which one.
What was it?
It was a 6-cylinder.
Nothing wrong with that.
But, it's red, and then
Well,
the yellow Duster that my friend bought, I got a bunch of parts off of it. I scrapped it out. I said something about that one a few weeks ago. He said I shouldn't have scrapped it. I got pictures of that.
You got pictures of your car?
Oh yeah, I got pictures of my car.
Oh, okay. My potential says from now on I'm gonna say it tastes just like dinosaur.
It's like dinosaur.
rich, creamy dinosaur.
Dinosaur meat.
Josh Lee just left a question mark. Doesn't know what we're talking about. He must have just gotten in. Talking about chickens being dinosaurs and dusters. My friend wants to do the cannibal in his Slant 6 Carnet. I'm very concerned for his mental health.
Cannonball? The Slant 6? I mean, you realize those guys go fast, right?
Just tuning in, may I say, WTF.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been saying that for a couple hours now.
Kentucky Fried Dinosaur. KFD.
Yeah, there's mine.
Show the duster. Show his
Right,
duster.
car state.
You hold it in front of the camera.
Well, I don't have the view.
I'll tell you when it's good. Okay, down, down, down. There's his duster.
Yay!
Yay, that's Brian's duster. Awesome.
Partially hemi-orange.
Red.
Or red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of orangey red.
Mm-hmm.
But
Tony,
it's hemi-red.
It's got
Um,
good quarters though. Good quarters and floors.
Is there any CFM gain from choke flap and air horn removal?
Yes, approximately 20 to 30 CFM difference.
Not much.
Let's see here. Uncle Crystal, welding chickens, while dogs eat cheese, and Uncle Kathy trains elderly beagles. Okay. Okay, back to car questions.
And there's
I have a car. Go for it, Zero.
Ohio to get.
Oh, that doesn't look so bad.
Yeah. Well, it's going around. But that was a sunroof. The interior was perfect. Factory bucket car, tough wheel. What else did that thing have? Cruise control.
Loaded.
74.
Yeah, I remember you saying about that.
You know, I need someone to take over for me for a minute. I have to go get a drink. Can somebody do that? You want to do it, Buff? Just for 1 minute?
No, but I'll do it.
Just for 1 minute.
This is terrible.
My
Joe.
throat is completely dry. Sorry, guys. We have to switch for a second. This channel should have 1 million subs. That's right, Action 76. Action News 76.
I'm terrible at this job.
You can do it, Buff. I'll
Oh,
be right
come on,
back.
Wolf, you're so good at it.
2 minutes. I'll run in and out.
Yeah, don't do what you got to do. I'll do it. It's just I'll probably mess it up.
No, you're not gonna.
Don't kick the tripod.
Uncle Buff.
Okay, let's see here.
Wasn't it a movie?
Oh,
Oh.
what should my next project be after the Dakota? This is Ryan S. It's fading out. I've lost it.
How do you skip ahead to one that you can?
I'll ask the question again. I have 75. Don't fade out. Why does this go away? Uncle Buff is the lens man. Yeah, I'm more like the camera destroyer. Josh Lee says oil pump was seized. That must be a question of something or an answer to something else. Here in the Denver area, the air is full of smoke from forest fires. Dry throat. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, more about lamb chop. Buff, you're out. Yeah, I am out.
He's trying. Come on, work with the guy.
Vintage Mopar nut. Big gulp time. Yep. King Arthur greatest. Fail, Uncle Buff. Yeah. Richard. Oh, it's a Tang thing. 349 watching, 182 likes. WTF? Yeah. Let's get some more likes. Greg McDonald. It's not going away. It's his eyes. No, it actually just vanishes. Tony, if you run a 1-inch open spacer on a dual plane intake, should a guy still cut the divider down on the intake?
If you're running a 1-inch open spacer, it's not really necessary. You're kind of getting around the whole divider thing.
Dakota timeout says buff. Yeah.
Doesn't hurt it.
What? You're back? Oh, this is good. Uncle Kathy's back.
Yeah.
This is. Why does it fade out right while I'm like halfway through a question? It just
It
disappears.
does that, yeah. It
That's
fades.
terrible.
I know, that's why I sound stupid when I'm reading them sometimes.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh
Wow,
my
you're
God,
way
I lived
behind,
through
Buff.
it.
You're way behind.
I know, but I tried.
They call him Uncle Fail.
Uncle failed.
Buff was doing so good, Dakota says.
Just because I read his question.
Better than me, Dakota?
I didn't time him out.
ETG, how do you pull timing for the nitrous without an ECU?
I use a dual point distributor, and I have it runs on one set of points at a time. So the lead set of points is 36 degrees, and the trailing set of points is set at 26 degrees. So running with nitrous, I can pull the timing back that way.
Model Jet
There's a
Juggernaut.
little
sorry.
toggle switch mounted on a dashboard.
Okay, you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Model Jet Juggernaut says, a couple of us have questions about ballast resistors. How important is it to have on point ignition? Another person says it protects the condenser.
You what?
Protects the condenser.
Oh, I'll tell you what it prevents. The points.
The points.
Man, my brother had a 63 Plymouth, and I used to take it sometime when he didn't know I had it. So I just hotwire it. This is like in the 70s. So when I'd hotwire, there'd be 12 volts to the points. And within 20 minutes, I'd burn the points up. Have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Does it do anything to the condenser?
Not that I know of. But yeah, it definitely keeps the points from overheating.
Oh, God.
And actually, the coil has a lot to do with it too. Because the coil, it'll say used with external resistor only.
So it's also damaging the coil?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, they're meant to be run on 6 volts. I think 6, isn't it?
No, it's like 8.
It's 8? Okay.
What kind of Slurpee did I get? It's not a Slurpee. Pure Leaf, unsweet tea. Okay.
Did I say 8?
See, I actually had experience with that.
It's not 8. They're supposed to be run no more than 12. 12 volt coil is supposed to be run no more than 12. Charging system will bring you up to 13.6.
So I was actually
14
running.
or so.
See, I'm thinking I'm running on 12. I'm not. I'm running on 13, maybe 14.
Right. And the ballast resistor, remember, is a ballast resistor. So it's not a resistor until heat causes it to. So the resistor senses the resistance in the primary circuit.
I never understood why it's called a ballast resistor, not just a resistor.
Right. So basically, you'll get 12 in and 12 out, okay?
Okay.
But as resistance rises in the primary circuit of the ignition, the ballast resistor will start taking voltage away.
See, like this 50 years ago, somebody told me that the ballast resistor would know how much resistance.
It does.
But I never understood how.
That's why Ford and GM used a resistor wire.
Yeah, I had a wire.
But the wire doesn't sense the difference.
It's just a resistor.
Just a resistor. The ballast resistor is always varying depending on the amount of resistance it sees.
And it's the heat.
Right.
Okay, so Ken Hall says 8100 is Vortec is Toll Deck 496
Oh, okay.
01 to 09. Why doesn't anyone swap them?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
That is a great engine to drive in a truck with a trailer behind
Put in the form of a question. What are points?
In the form of a question.
Yeah.
it. What are points? Is that what it was?
What's up,
Well-
Sketchy's Garage?
What is an on-off switch for the ignition circuit?
No, unsweet zero, unsweet tea. I don't drink sweet
I
tea.
didn't think that was allowed there.
What's that?
Unsweet
What's
Is
your
it
thing?
gross? No. I don't like
Oh,
sugar.
I'm dying.
You don't like sugar. You eat candy like
No,
it's done-
candy. I don't like sugary drinks. Okay.
I have a question.
Oh,
Dual point distributor.
yeah.
What's it supposed to do? What was it designed to do? Not the way you're using it. I like the way you use it. But what is it supposed to be doing?
It increases the amount of saturation of the coil without a larger gap. So you keep the dwell in the 30-degree range or thereabouts, and it increases the amount of saturation time that the coil sees.
You can't be a southerner without liking sweet tea. No, I can't drink it.
So were both of the sets of points open at the same time?
No, they're staggered. One set opens, and then before it can close, the other set starts to open.
Allows 42-degree dwell.
Now, there's also different types of dual point distributors. There are ones that only have 4 lobes, and what that does, then it's one set fires, or one set fires and the other set fires.
Okay.
Alright.
Which does the same thing, give more saturation on
Well, no, all that's doing is sharing the load between the two of them, right? It's an RPM thing.
G. Fisher says, hello, gents. I just got done cruising in my 67 Galaxy Big Block.
Nice.
Nice.
it. I love these little big Fords.
Ryan Coates sent you $6.99 Canadian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Kathy, tea without sugar is stained water. I know, Zero.
Yes.
And I love it. I love stained water. I drink black coffee too. No sugar, no milk.
And you like all the stuff in here.
Yeah. I'm like the girl in this relationship.
You are like the girl.
Don't tell me. I don't even want to see this.
You put all that milk and
I
sugar in
can
your
just
coffee.
see all the pink lace.
Disgusting.
Stop it. Stop it.
Let's see. At the auto shop, they keep handing me dual points for my 69 Polaro when it takes single.
Okay.
Are they the same?
Heyo wants to know, how do cars work?
They're different sets. Different.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would you
Yeah,
trade a
should have
Stage
been
3
the
Max Wedge for a 1957 315 Red Ram?
What?
What?
Max
Would
Wedge
you
is a
trade a
60.
Stage 3 Max Wedge for a 57 315
Oh.
Red Ram?
No. No, definitely not.
I know you're just saying zero. I like my stained water. What's your question, Ryan Coates? I didn't see it. I'm looking. Ryan, I can't find you. Somebody's got music really loud on.
Somebody driving by.
Let's see. Good night, Dakota. Okay, UTG, you told me rule of thumb, you pull 2 degrees for every 50 horsepower shot of nitrous. So you're pulling 10 degrees, that's 250 horsepower?
Yeah. Well, I'm prepared to go to like. I've got the set that we have on air will flow 300 horse. I don't think we're going to have to go anywhere near there, but I'm prepared for it. And to be that much more conservative on the timing, it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything.
Okay, I found Ryan Coates' question. How do I check the ballast resistors and ignition circuit on my 78 New Yorker 440? Starts but immediately shuts off.
That's a ballast resistor.
How does he check it?
When you start the car, when you turn the key to the start position, you're bypassing ballast resistor. When you let go of the key, like where it's supposed to be running, that's when it's sending juice through the ballast resistor. So if it runs while you're in the crank position, the start position, and then shuts off as soon as you let go of the key, that's the ballast resistor. That's a classic telltale ballast resistor.
James Logan says, finally, I've been watching the channel heavily for about a month, and I finally managed to catch a Sunday Night Live when it was still live.
Welcome.
Awesome, James.
By the way, you know, I know this is going to sound crazy, right? You know how Chryslers have the notorious ballast resistor problem? Everybody's like, throw ballast resistors in the glove compartment. You'll always need ballast resistors.
I've never needed one.
I have never. I am messing around. You only need it once. I have been screwing around. I mean, I've seen bad ballast resistors. I know what happens. But I've been screwing around with Mopars since the 1970s. I've had thousands of the fucking things, right? Never had a bad ballast resistor. I have never had one go bad.
Well, you know how my 71 had just the two-post ballast system, one on each side?
Yeah.
Well, I was out in the middle of the country one time, and that thing went out on me. You know what I did?
Jumped it out.
Bypass it.
I took the one off of the wiper motor.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Oh,
too. It's the same one.
And it got me home.
It's the same exact one.
Zero's cracking me up. Waters for people who can't afford proper drinks. Yeah, I'm a bit overweight. Water's good for you, Zero.
I don't trust water.
I drink water all the time. You drink. Oh, you
What do
drink
mean you
Tang.
don't trust water?
You're drinking water
Fish
with.
fucking.
Oh, stop it.
Well, just buy a gallon of distilled water.
Ian Smith sent $5. Our motorhome
Thank you.
440s, 440 V8 is good for an engine swap.
Yes. You gotta watch on the cylinder heads. Some of them are not like car cylinder heads, and things won't work out for you. But the short blocks themselves, yeah, absolutely great swap material.
That's what I have in the motorhome 440. I have the only one on a plant, and somebody actually ran 90,000 miles.
If I drink too much tea, my joints can ache like arthritis. That's exactly what I have, Sue. Let's see. Keep an extra set of points, condenser and ballast resistor. Most of today's cars made overseas. Most of today's are made overseas. Good night, hey yo. Thank you.
Whatever you carry as spares, you'll never need them.
How much want to bet I'm gonna have my first ballast resistor issue?
Oh yeah, now you'll have one in a die. Jeez.
I've never had one go bad.
Neither have I. I haven't had that many Mopars, but you know, they don't go bad. Yeah, I guess they do. You just
Who came up with the dual point setup for running nitrous?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
Let's see.
Nobody else did that. You did.
Well, Jenkins came up with the idea of a high-speed retard based on a dual-point distributor.
Oh, okay.
I just took Jenkins' idea and applied it to this.
Made a manual.
Yeah.
Josh
But I-
Lee. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But I have used dual-point distributors in that fashion before, where you run them out on the lead set, and then when you get, like if you run on a quarter mile, once you're in high gear, over 5,000 RPM or so, you want to retard the time. So I've used that setup in the past, and it works fine.
Okay. Josh Lee wants to know, will a bent oil pump shaft change the timing of the distributor?
It won't change it, but it make it bounce around a lot.
Russell Finch wants to know, what's a good way to store a crank or block long term?
I mean, cover it with white grease, you know, the cylinder boards, anything you don't want to rust, stick it in a garbage bag.
Who made a better small block, Ford or Chevy?
Oh, jeez.
I'd have to flip a coin on that.
And there's all different reasons for why one's better or the other.
They're both excellent. I mean, they're both, you know. I couldn't,
Thank you,
I
Luke.
couldn't really. If I had to give the edge to one, it would be the Chevy because the block itself can take more abuse.
Okay.
Why did Chevy get so much aftermarket support there?
Just because they sold so many of them.
They made them so.
Best way to get over the hump.
Uh, try to remember why you got started on it. I mean, what was the motivation?
It's just my phone telling me I have no more high speed again.
Oh, nice.
uh, to fend off intruders.
Yes.
Man, I got one.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel? They're asking.
No,
No?
thinking about
You
one.
thinking about it?
They came here to spy on us so that they knew what to do for theirs.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I thought it was a fucked up camp, or not a fucked up camp, but right, we're all assassins.
Oh,
Vintage Moparnet says, UT. In my Project 65 Dart with 360 and built 904, what's your opinion on full manual valve body? So walk me through around.
you would spray it depending on where you're going to spray it. Like, for instance, if you're going to spray it on the starting line, wait until you bring your revs up. So you stage, you wait till you bring your revs up, and then you hit the switch, and it'll bring the timing back. When you get to the top of first gear, right before you pull your shift, flick the switch. Retard your timing, bang your gear, spray your gas.
Signal's getting choppy? Yeah, we cut out for a second.
Now, could you put that on a momentary switch?
Is it unstable?
On the same momentary switch, and it would automatically do it, or do you do it before the 90%?
No, momentary switch wouldn't work for that because you're actually switching from one set of points to the other.
Okay.
You're saying the signal is bad. That's choppy.
Now, I'll tell you what though, and actually that's a pretty good idea. You could put the momentary switch to ground the nitrous and also ground the lead set of points at the same time. Which would that work? That wouldn't work.
Trying to think about
No, that
that.
would short the
Doesn't
coil.
put power to it.
That would short the coil. That wouldn't work. Never mind.
It says we're buffering.
Never mind, you almost got a good idea.
Yeah, you can't do it with a momentary.
Huh. Let's see.
What time is it?
9:43.
Yeah, we've been on for 2 hours. A relay would make it work?
Why do you need a relay?
Oh,
Don't worry about Green Acres, I heard it was a rerun.
All you.
how do you get...
Well, 400 with a Siamese bore block, but I mean, you can still stroke the thing, yeah?
Must be about 500 combinations of small book
Yes, there's no...
Chevys.
Right.
Different blocks.
The 400 is a
Like
different
the
block.
400, yeah.
Big block.
We're
Isn't that
buffering a
different
lot.
block?
Could be.
UT, if I drew up a bottle rocket design, would you consider making a shirt out of it?
You said you were.
I was going to do a print for for our living room,
Okay.
but I don't know when. You could try and draw up a design. Yeah, we'll probably do a t-shirt, but after Bottle Rocket does its thing
Yeah.
to completion, not before. Have this one become a guest on the show. You have a cell booster at your house? It may be because I just ran out of high speed. I don't know. I use my phone a lot. The 74 Chrysler 400 was rated near the same horsepower as the 455 Super Duty.
Yeah, forget about factory ratings. They're meaningless.
Are you a cartoonist? That's cool. He's a cartoonist. That's awesome. I've done some cartoon things too. It's fun. The video looks okay, Dickie Farley? Cool. Let's see. Your phone cut out and Dari.
You don't need a full manual valve body to do that. Just a good shift kit.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, like it's cutting out a little bit. If Chevy, Dodge, and Ford built a car together, what would it look like?
AMC.
AMC. Good answer, Tony. Regular small block Dodge or industrial Dodge small block? What would be better?
I don't think there's a difference.
You don't.
I don't think so, no.
The sticker.
The sticker.
Is it still cutting out? Good night, Model Jet Juggernaut. Tony, do you agree with the Mopar Bible that used to specify copper core wires and non-resistor spark plugs before the FCC got to everyone to use resistors, so I could get better plug life?
Well, I mean, yeah, a solid core plug wire is always better, yeah.
Really tears up AM radio.
Cutting out constantly. We had a great feed the whole evening. I don't
We
know what's
did.
happening now.
Atmospheric
Sorry,
stuff.
guys.
All right, so why don't we just wrap it up? We're getting close to.
Okay. Yeah, we're on 2 hours now.
Anybody want to get their last licks in?
Get your last licks in if you can
Leslie.
hang on. Uncle Tony the Grease King. What do you think about the Pontiac Super Duty? Just good?
They're good.
Okay.
It's nothing really extraordinary.
What year are we talking about?
My cheapest build, I built a double A fuel altered for $5,000.
Good night, easy going. Good night, NJW.
And then we built an NHRA legal, an IHRA legal top fuel dragster for $17,000.
I bet most people do.
I remember his first car.
I don't remember how I got there.
What day is it?
Who are you people? What am I doing here?
What's my name?
Why do you keep asking me questions?
Why are there so many uncles in the comments? I am with the Magnum 318. I've had people tell me that the LA...
Go with the Magnum, and if you can, find the 90, is it the 91? 92. 92 318 Magnum cam is the most aggressive out of all of the Magnum camshafts for the factory ones.
J. Russell Finch, what is your suggestion? Deeper sump or accumulator?
I prefer a deeper sump only because it's simpler.
Roll up your windows, Dickie Farley.
Yes, roll up your window.
Huda. Good night, Mopar Mark. What should my next project be after the night, Ryan?
I would go with the Swinger. I like them. I like Duster too.
That's why bottle... Do you know what it is? What about the UT Joey's local track after this COVID thing is gone?
What COVID thing?
All the tracks are fine.
Yeah.
Everything's open. Let's see. So when you pull timing and spray, do you leave it like that and just shift the rest of your gears?
Yeah.
I have a 340/60 over with fully ported heads. I love Sundays. James Logan says, thanks, brother. Appreciate the advice.
So, as always, thank our mods.
CF Mechanics sent $5. Thank you, CF Mechanics.
Thank you, brother.
Do this without
They
you.
are, right? They're
They
great.
are the best mods.
You guys got rid of all the doubles tonight.
Nobody timed out Dakota, did he?
What? I take back.
Yeah, he got timed out.
He did? Oh, okay, we just didn't know it.
Good night, Lazy A-Hole
Thank
Ranch.
you, Buff.
Good
Thanks
night,
for having us.
Sherry, thanks
DVGA.
for coming and hanging with us.
Thank you guys for coming out so much.
Love
Thank you, Joseph.
And I guess that's it. That's it, right?
Good night,
Everybody
Zero.
wish
Good
Uncle
night,
Kathy a
Wayne.
happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
And that's it, right?
Yep, that's
That's a wrap.
it. That's
See
a
you tomorrow.
wrap.